Is there a list of questions?
It's all here. Nah, don't worry. I'm going to run you through it. Off the dome. Check. Hopefully everybody can hear us.
You got to answer a question like that. You got to come all the way over here.
Yeah, you got to go to it. Don't bring it to you. It would be cool just to.
All right.
And you can adjust it up and down if you need to when we're going. It's all good.
Yes.
All right. Y'all ready? All right, what up, everybody? This is Robert Peppo. I'm here at the BLKxGRY Studio with Angel and Lito. I appreciate you guys. Been looking forward to this for a long time. Yeah, so I want to start with a few things that made me really want to do this. My podcast started as a small business podcast, but my business also started as a family business, just like you guys, right? So my dad started it, so I'm kind of like Lito in that, right? But now I'm kind of like the CEO, am the CEO, right? And get to make those decisions, so it's a lot like you. When I listened to your guys' last podcast, I felt so many similarities with you. The main point being around good people. So my whole entire vibe and who I like to fuck with, what I like to do, is all about good people. Literally, that's it. When I heard you say that, I was like, dude, come on. And this is kind of why it works. Not only do you guys do dope work, so that brought me to you guys at first, just seeing you guys post and who you're around and what you do, the behind the scenes stuff, the family dinners. A lot of people have seen that. I resonate with that. A family dinner is literally built into our franchise program as how to pick people. If you get along with everybody, fuck with everybody, and you have a generally good vibe, good time, it's authentic, it's organic. And so I picked up a lot of that from you. So today, going through that, it's kind of like family, good people, working hard, like you said, dedication, that work ethic that you bring. Those are things that resonated with me, made me really excited to do this with you guys. Spending a lot more time with Lito recently, getting tattooed and whatever recently, brought me closer to understanding you guys, which is really cool. Hearing your last podcast, I want to bring a lot of that out of it. Including and starting with the convention recap, which I know is one big part. So we've done a bunch of festivals. We know what goes into these big events. When you were talking, it takes months to plan into this, right? If you want to start there, I don't think a lot of people see how to pull off 62 people in a booth with all that going down, how much goes into it. You want to kind of talk about all that goes into it?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know if it's easy or not, but like I don't like carry stress. I don't show stress. Nothing is really stressful. There is a lot of that goes into it, but I enjoy it so much that it's like, it's, I don't know. I just enjoy doing the process of it. But yeah, I think like invitations went out in like November or December, and that's when everything starts to get rolling. I basically send out all the invitations to the artists. They either accept or they can't make it, and then we create a list. And from that list, it's super easily like manageable. It's basically just like collecting money and making sure everything is paid for, and that's about it. The day-to-day of the convention, that's when you guys come in and when we start to plan meals if we're able to, or the dinners that we do, the gatherings after the shows that we do. But it's not really, I don't feel the stress. I believe the things that don't happen in time creates that amount of stress, and maybe with better preparation and stuff like that, as we continue to do this, we'll get a little bit better at that.
Seems like you do pretty good.
Yeah, I think with all the help that we have, like my wife helping out so much with the merch station this year, and gathering all the organizing and gathering all the merch. With my kids during the setup, everybody kind of knows what's necessary to make this thing happen and to make it flow smoothly. So I think with all of the help that we have, especially within our family, just me, my wife, and my two kids, we're able to do it smoothly. Well, to appear smoothly. Obviously, there's a lot of work, but
I mean, that comes from doing it for so long. So you do something for so long, you kind of repetition, repetitive. You know, you get checked in for the show, you set up the same way every time. It's just adding more people to the list. So, I mean, I can see why for him it's not stressful, because at some point you've already done it a million times. It's no different just adding another 20, 40 people that we did this year. So I can see why he doesn't stress about it, but it is stressful. It is stressful.
Yeah, I guess, you know, another thing too is, to that point, you know, both of Lito and Bita have been setting up convention booths for like 10 years, maybe 9 years, you know, and I guess, you know, I guess I don't think back of like how much work we put in over the years, but when you do reflect on it, it's crazy that they've been setting up booths and setting up stations, breaking down stations since they were like 15, 16 years old. And that was, you know, for Lito, that was 20, how many years ago? Like 15 years ago, you know what I mean? So they've been doing it. We've been doing this black and gray booth for like 5 years, 4 years even.
Wasn't that when it was your idea?
It was definitely his idea to start the booth for sure. I had already had the t-shirt rolling and becoming a little bit more popular. You know, I actually used to print my t-shirt with my name on it, with Angel's tattoo, because people didn't know what it was, whose it was. So all the t-shirts that I printed with black and gray had Angel's tattoo on it. Around that same time is kind of when it started to become a little bit more recognizable on its own, and I started to remove my name from the brand. So now it's just black and gray, not black and gray by Angel's Tattoo. So now it's just black and gray. Some people today don't even know that it's me that's behind, you know, the brand itself.
Well, that's a testament to good branding then.
Right, yeah. So that was a very, very good moment for us. And then when Lito had the idea to, hey, let's do a booth with banners, like that would be sick. And the first one was only like 4 of us. But, you know, as far as like setting up the booth, we've done it for past 3-4 years. And again, probably, you know, to his point, we've been doing it a lot. So it has become a little bit easier and easier. My wife and I just last night, were reflecting on the convention, how it went, literally just last night. And we have notes for how to make it easier, streamlined, how to make it better, how to progress, and, you know, I don't know about making it bigger, but definitely maintaining this exact size, especially if it's in the same ballroom. I think what we had was perfect scale, manageable, wasn't too stressful, wasn't, again, for me, I'm speaking for I guess everybody has stress that they had to deal with. I'm sure she would tell you it's stressful as fuck, but
yeah, same.
Yeah. You know, me, I'm just fucking living in La La Land. I don't know what's going on, but,
Yeah.
But no, I think, you know, I think over the years, like you said, of doing it has become a little easier and easier as the years go on.
Yeah, that's one thing I do after everything, take notes, right? During it, I over-plan, but it does then make it better and easier. Mm-hmm. You can learn from that and execute. You know, and especially from just 5 years ago, starting with 4 people to 60, that's a big growth, right? So how do you choose how many people come or who might come invite-wise? What if they all said yes, or, you know...
Has anyone ever said that?
Just because of...
No, like, I don't want to be part of it.
No.
Because they probably wouldn't have got the invite anyway.
But also, some people I may have sent an invitation, they may have seen it and just didn't reply, and that's all also like, hey, I can't reply because I either can't make it or I don't want to make it. I don't know, but no one's ever said no, I'm not interested. Maybe just the no reply is that hey, I'm not interested, which is fine, which is great. I mean, obviously this isn't for everybody, and some people's personalities just may not work, you know.
For sure.
But, you know, how do we choose? I don't know. Like I've said it before, and I'll continue to say it. They're just friends of mine.
That's what I love about this.
Like,
legit.
they're just people I've met over the years, and then, you know, there's a couple people that are now a part of the family or the collective that my friends have brought in to, like, hey, like, this is a close friend of mine. Can you roll with me? Like, yeah, of course, if he's a friend of yours, like he's a friend of ours for sure. And those people have stuck around. Those people have stayed where maybe that artist just didn't make it this year, but his friend did, or their friend did, which is great. I mean, that's what this is for. We created this. We're I don't even know if we're trying to, but we've created this family of where everyone is accepted.
From the outside, you very much did.
Yeah, like everyone's accepted, whether you brought somebody or they come in and then they bring somebody. It's just friends of friends. 95% of them are friends of mine before bringing somebody in. So that's how the selection process is. I don't know if it's a selection. It's basically just me telling my friends, hey, you should come to this show. You should come hang with me in Chicago. Come to my shop.
For sure.
I think somebody had asked me, or when we were wrapping up the convention, somebody had said, like, see you next year or something. And in my head, I was like, how do we change this? How do we make it fun? So I brought up the idea that maybe we won't have 60 next year. Maybe it'll only be 40. Maybe we'll have to have tryouts to do a 40 select of black and gray artists that you have to make it. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yo, that's tough though, right?
Because we go from 40 to 60. Are we gonna go 80? We're gonna keep it at 60, or are we gonna make it harder for people to be part of something this big? That's just making it crazier. Like how can we make things crazier? But hey, you never know. We might do 100 person booth.
This is exactly the dynamic that I love. Yeah.
See, I don't know if I could ever create a competition for somebody to be a part of this, because it's, and your mom had a good point last night where this isn't for everyone. This isn't for somebody to be like, hey, I want to be a part of the crew. It's not really like that. And like one thing specifically, like our dinners that we had, like our black and gray dinner, it's like people from the outside may see us and may think, oh, these are just some like lames getting together and doing the, but unless you're in the booth and unless you're part of our collective or part of our network, you don't really understand what it's like to be a part of something that this is. And it's not, we can't just tell everybody, oh, come to this dinner.
For sure.
Because we'll close the door at the end of that night and I'll speak from my heart, and you guys have seen a million videos of it, fucking just crying everywhere.
Yeah.
But I mean,
because it means that much to you though. That's the point.
For sure. But if somebody who's not part of this comes inside of that dinner and sees it, they may not understand where that's coming from. You know what I'm saying? Or even people outside of the room that aren't a part of the dinner just won't understand where it's coming from or why we do it. So we can't continue to just bring people in. I think it only has to be the way it's been, is the relationships that I've built or the relationships that they will continue to build. That is something that we can accept into this family of people that we've brought together.
Organic and authentic is definitely the way.
Yeah.
Growth for growth's sake, it could go opposite. It can go bad.
For sure.
It can erode all of that good shit.
Yeah.
I've seen that happen because we're expanding our business as well. It's another reason why when you talk about, how do we monetize the brand, scaling, should we go up? Should we make it more exclusive? These are all things we think about daily, probably. There's no wrong answer, but it's whatever's right for you guys. I hear two very similar things. I know you.
I just talk from a place of trying to make it fun, rather than just keep doing the same thing over and over and over.
Mugs in the mud, and in the winter it gets a booth. But I don't know if I could ever.
Because then I feel like at some point people just think that if they get comfortable enough that they'll just be a part of it and be a part of it forever. You can't get comfortable in a place just because you've been accepted to it.
It's about adding value, right? So like good people adding value, being around. I know what you're saying. Like I totally get it.
It's not a bad place. I love everybody. Everybody is very much welcome. We're all family.
But you better earn your keep.
No. It's not like that. It's just making things fun.
Yeah.
That's all I look for.
I don't know if that's fun.
It is fun. The one person I told him, he was like, "Fuck yeah, let's do it."
I don't know that. I think that has a different like mentality as far as like what this is. And if this is just my friends and if this is all family, then why would people compete to be a part of my like my friendship and to be a part of my, because honestly, like what this is to me is my friends coming together, and I've just connected one friend to another friend to another friend. Now, if people are competing for my friendship, that's crazy to me. But and I know it's I know it's not like that for some people. Like it's not me, but the way I feel like this is just an extension of who I am. And that's why I feel so deeply if somebody were to get out of pocket or if somebody were to mess up. I feel like it's a reflection on me.
100%.
Like specifically, and not a brand or not a collective. I do feel that it has a very personal connection to who I am and who I am as a person. So that's why it's not, I can't feel like I'm going to have somebody compete for something that like, it's like fight for my love. You know what I'm saying?
No. I get that.
Okay. And that's the perspective that maybe you just may not have heard.
No. I understand that. I get that.
Yeah, you were going a slightly different route with that, you know, but.
No. Just trying to make it fun. Because you said you brought up the question about how do you select people.
What we're saying, does it go to 100, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe that's too big. You know, because sometimes if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? You can definitely do fun things like that, whether it's a selection process or not. Maybe it's who knows what.
I mean, eventually we're going to have our own show. It's going to be a Black and Gray Tattoo Expo at some point.
So, like, you talk about growing the brand, whatever this is, right? And I don't think there's probably a shortage of people that could or would want to work with you guys. So the reality of doing a show like that, sure, get 100 people, there's probably no doubt you could pull that off, right? Slightly less of all friends, but.
And when you say like working with us or, you know, alongside us, I don't think it's more so that. I think it's just being a part of something that's even bigger than themselves. Because like when he was mentioning about us having conversations at the end of dinner, I had stated that, you know, we have people that have only been tattooing 2 years, and we have people that were tattooing longer than 30. So it's a big group of people that all are in the same bunch of people. Nobody's bigger than the next. Everybody's working the same. We all do the same shit. It's all tattoos at the end of the day, you know? And, where was I going with that? Fuck.
Well, you have this platform, this thing, this Black and Gray brand, right?
Oh, right. Oh, so being a part of something bigger than themselves makes them feel good. You know, it gives them a piece of acceptance or whatever it does for them personally that most people don't get the feeling of. Because if you look at the majority of the videos that are out there online of people recording the crowd, 98% of those people are smiling. And you don't see that often. It's not like they're just there for fun. They just want a banner with their name on it. No, they're enjoying themselves. They appreciate the opportunity to be around good people. Like, that's different than just being hired to work for somebody in their booth like a majority of these people do.
For sure.
Like a lot of these guys reach out to people, hey, come work for me, let me put my name on you, you know? That's different.
It's totally different. Like, but you guys you're filling that void that people don't have by giving them this platform of Black and Gray to come and be part of something cool, which is awesome. That's why it's actually one of the things I loved about it is such good branding. When you see that many people come under it and have such a good time and are genuinely happy to be around each other, that is literally like top tier testament to branding and who you guys are. You know, so there's no doubt where you might be able to go with this. I wanted to scale and grow the brand and then exit and sell. So it was a big vision, kind of do whatever it takes to get there. But along the way, you do lose a little bit of that with people not understanding what it really is. And it was hard for you to articulate what this brand is, and that's okay because it's that authentic. It doesn't need necessarily a label. But what's cool about this is it looks like you could choose any path. Could you monetize it? Probably 100% in a couple different ways. Could you go and do your own booth or own convention? Hell yeah, probably. You know, and this is a cool thing to hear from both of you, to see where it might go. And I think people probably are wondering where it might go. People are probably seeing, you know, how do I get in involved in the cool Black and Gray family, people see you guys out there, right? They're wondering probably. And for me, I just selfishly like to know, you know, because it looks so good. Everybody's generally having a good time, and to get that many people in the same place to do dope shit and have fun, it's tough, you know, so you pull it off quite well. So 2 different ways. Where does it go from here? What will the version be next year with your notes?
Whatever he decides. We're rolling with.
All right. Do you have a vision for?
The only thing I see is a Black and Gray show, an authentic show. As authentic as some of these big name shows that are here on the States or the world. Just something that's real, genuine. Everybody's there with a purpose. You know, you go there wanting something in return, and you come home with something. Whether it's inspiration, it's a feeling of acceptance. Like, I'm here. If I did this show, I feel good. Whatever it is.
So is that the value of doing the conventions? For you guys, it's to bring your friends together, to give this platform to everybody to be in.
To have the booth, yeah.
So for independent artists or anybody else that comes, maybe from out of town or whatever, what is their reasoning to do the festival?
I have something for that. Can I say it? Yeah. I've been talking a lot. I don't like this. My client last night, actually, he asked me, he said, what were you inspired from the show, from the past convention? And I didn't really have an answer for him. I told him that I've been doing conventions for so long, and at a point I was only doing them just alongside him. I was never an artist. I did it for a long time before I started tattooing, rolling conventions and talking to people, selling merch and selling his work and doing this all for a good 7 years before I started tattooing. And I never went there to be inspired for something. It never enticed me to start tattooing until the moment when I did start tattooing. I started tattooing, what inspired me was the hustle of somebody else. It wasn't the fact that they were doing anything special, it was just how hard they were working at this convention. So when he had asked me last night, what did I get inspired by, I didn't really have an answer, because I've been doing them for so long and I never looked at them as a form to get inspired, because I'm more driven by the hustle of it. You know what I mean? Whether that's right or wrong, that's just what I'm driven by.
Yeah, it's each
I respect the art form. I respect it and love it deeply. It's in my veins, literally, since I was born.
For sure.
But my outlook on these conventions are different. Like, Saturday I didn't work. So the convention runs Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Saturday I didn't work. The entire time I walked around and I enjoyed the space around everybody, because we had 63 different people. Different personalities, different types of work. Everything was different. And I got the chance to enjoy every little single moment that everybody had to offer.
It's an important part of it, for sure.
It was dope. It was dope to see. It was dope to see literally everybody was enjoying themselves. There was not one argument. There wasn't no bad mouth. Nothing bad happened. Literally nothing.
That's what I'm saying is so impressive. And everybody might be there for their own thing. Mm-hmm. Some people do want to grow their own personal brand, right?
And
this is a chance for that.
Yeah, you do see that at the end of the show when everybody does their recaps. They make a post. They write a big paragraph. Everybody takes something from that. Like, literally everybody, whether they've been here for 30 years, they just started tattooing, people take things away from being around stuff like that.
Hell, me too. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I think, I think the question was, where does this go? Like, did you ask that? Where's this going? What do we see it for next year? Do we scale it, keep it the same? So I think the goal, like, from the beginning was never to, like, get to a certain number. And currently I think we have more than 100 people part of the brand and part of the collective and part of, like, my circle of friends. Can you tell me a little bit about what that means? So, like, under the brand, right? When you say you can't really articulate what that means, you say they have a flag, right? Or under the flag, whatever it might be. Or they tag it and maybe they put it in their bio or something I've seen, right? Is that what it means to be part of the brand? Is it something they can just always associate with, use on social media, use at festivals, be in that cohesive group? Is that what it is? Yeah. For me, for any artist that's a part of this, again, is just an extension of me. So whenever somebody wears the T-shirt or has a banner and they use it at a convention, I do feel like it's synonymous with my name and who I am.
100%.
Again, and I do feel like it hopefully it holds some type of weight or some type of something to where, you know, somebody can see it and be like, oh, you know, Angel, or you're a part of this brand or this culture that, you know, they've seen somewhere. And that's a good feeling to have for myself, but also it should be a good feeling for the artists who are representing us. So yeah, people, I believe, should have the freedom to represent us, whether they have a banner or not, whether they've done a show or not. If they feel like they are like can contribute to the growth of the lettering culture and the black and gray culture, that's basically all that we're doing. Like we're just trying to help grow the black and gray culture and the lettering culture further than what we can do on our own.
For sure.
And when we come together, we can just grow so much faster. And you can see it. You see it now. You know, everybody is connected in this, under this, you know, black and gray family. So, but as far as like scaling it and what does it do next year or how big does it go? Like, I don't know if there was ever a goal from like going from 4 artists to 100 artists. And I don't know if there was ever a goal to have our own show, our own convention.
There is now.
Right. But if you put it in the universe, like, you know.
Oh, you said it. That's
we can touch on that too. But I don't know if it was ever a goal. And obviously it never was a goal. When we went from, you know, my wife had just posted 3 photos, 24, 25, and 26. We went from 20 to 40 to 60. 20 artists, 40 artists to 60 artists. And before that, probably was the biggest, probably like 12 artists or something like that. And it's super cool to see the growth, and totally. Super cool to see the same faces in the first 20 to the now 60. So will it grow again next year? I don't know. I do believe that the aesthetics of the booth has become a very important factor, and depending on the space that we're able to allocate to the booth, that'll determine the number that we can have. I think what we got lucky with this year was having an entire row with an end cap.
Look good.
So that our visibility was straight 360. Like if you were standing in our booth and you looked around, you didn't see anything else besides black and gray. Where before, in the venue that it was last year, or in the ballroom that it was last year, the front of that booth was probably, you know, some merch from Villain Arts. The end and the far end was probably, you know, 6 or 8 booths that we didn't have. So if you look down the row, you could see us, but at the end you would see somebody else. This year was so different, and it created this crazy world of just, once you stepped in it, you're like, oh damn, you're immersed into this crazy thing that's happening, which was super cool. Now, can it grow from here? I don't know, because the venue itself doesn't give us the opportunity to do that because it's so big.
It's already maxed out?
It's already, well, our space, I feel like, is maxed out with that end cap. The other space where it got longer, where the row got longer, we could probably go to like 100 artists. But then it would flow into like the
you
the
lose
stage.
that 360 black and gray all day.
Yeah, you lose that immersion, like immersing yourself into this space.
Which is super dope. I thought that was. I noticed it immediately. As soon as we turned that corner.
Super crazy.
I was like, hell yeah.
So crazy.
Nobody else had that in the whole convention.
Yeah, I didn't expect to see it or feel it. When I designed that area, I didn't know that's what it was going to be. But when I seen it together, it was super, like a great, super dope surprise. So next year, I feel like, I don't know if I want to grow it, make it bigger. But I do feel like creating that space of just us, that 360 view, I think we can make that bigger and better. Or better, not necessarily bigger, but have banners across the top, have banners across the sides, have banners across the end caps. Just more immersed into this black and gray
I think there's huge value in that.
Yeah. So I think what we're doing, and, you know, all credit to Villain Arts allowing us to be able to do this.
Yeah, how does that work?
Yeah, you know, it doesn't, brother. Like as long as we pay them, it doesn't really.
Sure.
It doesn't feel like they care what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like if we have one whole roll and if we put, you know, banners across the sides and the top and one across, I don't feel like they have any restrictions on us doing anything.
That's cool.
But them allowing us freedom to do this is great. We couldn't do this in any, you know, any other space because they have such a big venue.
You have to let them know early since you have that many.
I definitely do. Yeah, as soon as I know how many artists I'm going to invite or the booth that I'm shooting for, I definitely shoot them a message and say, hey, you know, we're going to plan to have like 60 artists. Are we good for 30 something booths? And, you know, they'll reply yes or no. The past few years, they've obviously replied yes, and they've allowed us to be able to do it. So it's been super helpful. They've been super helpful with allowing us to create this space, you know. So, you know, shouts out to them for allowing us to do this at this scale. We do this on a smaller scale in many other shows, but when it becomes this big, and when we all come together, it's super different. So.
Nice. So Chicago, the biggest convention in the States?
Chicago is the biggest convention possibly in the world, definitely in the United States.
Okay. So if you do this at other conventions on a smaller scale, what are the other tattoo hubs? Like, could you do this in like LA? Is there an LA tattoo convention where you could bring this 60 there and make it such a big thing where maybe you don't even tattoo because there's a lot to pull off? Maybe you do, whatever. Mm-hmm. Is that a thing?
There is a convention that we could potentially do it. The only thing about Chicago that's very different to many other cities or every other city in the United States is that they generate so much traffic that it allows all 60 plus artists work.
That's cool.
It allows them to work with walk-ups, with appointments, with whatever. Every artist in our booth worked, whether it was from an appointment or from a walk-up. Only Chicago can do that. And again, I think I'm going to give them credit. Villain Arts promotes and advertises this thing back in they start in October, maybe even, I don't even know how early, but crazy early. And they market and they advertise 40, 50 miles south, 50 miles north, 50 miles west. They are crazy with advertising. You see billboards everywhere.
Yeah, and they hammer social media too.
Yeah, they do. They go crazy on social media. They have Facebook groups, and they're definitely doing it right, but they're doing it here, which is great because obviously this is our home, and they create so much traffic for the show. If we bring 60 artists to another show, I don't know another show can guarantee that much traffic for all of us to work. So it's very difficult, and I have to make that decision to be like, hey, yo, I have to make a decision to bring 6 artists. I have to make a decision to bring 12 artists.
Because you want it to be worth their time.
They have to be able to work. So, you know, there's some places that we only do 6, we only do 12. And that's the cap of what it can be. Because some shows don't have that much traffic, and you know, some artists don't have appointments in those cities. So.
Is Chicago like a hub or a mecca for tattooing like that? Versus other places in general for shops? Are Chicago shops busier or better than other shops? Does it translate like that too?
I couldn't tell you. I don't even think so. Because the people that I know and the people I talk to go through the same ups and downs that people in the West Coast do. So I don't know that we're more busy than they are. I can't even say that we are.
But the convention just goes so much harder here.
The convention is insane, dude. I don't understand why or how, but the only thing I can attribute it to is the advertising that they do. Man, it's insane. I'm talking about highway billboards in October, November to small mom and pop liquor store billboards 50, 40 miles north. Yeah. It's insane. I don't even know where they find these locations of let's put this advertising. Bus stops. There's posters in bus stops. It's crazy.
Well, I think it's one of the biggest conventions. I go to the restaurant show. I've gone to the franchise show, boat show. It's bigger than all those. It's really, really cool how far tattooing's come. I mean, I'm older than Lito. I'm probably close to your age. I'm 42. Got tattooed when I was 18. You started tattooing when you were young. To see where it's come, is wild. And it's pretty dope to see that it's bigger than like main industry shows that I've gone to for years. You know, and you guys are a testament to that. Obviously growing the Black and Gray brand, bringing people in, putting it to the forefront, doing great on social. So I think that's a huge value to everybody that fucks with you guys, to be around that. I think that's the value of your brand and what you've done. Doesn't matter what it is, right? You don't have to call it anything and what you do with it, but it's really cool to see that. I'm super interested in, how does that translate? You guys obviously are new in this space here. Plenty of artists. We saw everybody in here after the show and stuff getting tattooed, and you have the space for that. So when people come in, it's great to you. So you guys are growing it in the store, brick and mortar side of things too, which is how long have you been here? 3 years? Two. To see how far that's come as well. So what do you have, like
6 set booths?
6 set booths. But how many people were here over this? You guys were coming back here almost every night or something, it looked like.
The past week, there was at least like 6, 7 working artists every day. Yeah, Monday and Tuesday, we had like 10, 11.
So it's not just the convention. Also, you get to come here, like you were saying, man, I got to get peace from a couple different people when they're in, because you might not ever see them again here in town, or maybe next year they can't make it.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope for everybody.
Yeah, for me personally, that's why I do get tattooed during that week, because they're here at home and might not ever see them again.
Yeah, super dope. Yeah, you guys had people in from Italy that were right next to you.
Yeah, from
where else?
From the West Coast down to Brazil to Germany.
So how do you make those connections? Is it social that connects a lot of people like that first? Or how do you meet those people from out of the country?
Definitely social first. But literally all the people that were here not from the States, I've met personally in other places. So I travel a lot to Europe, and I go maybe 5 or 6 times a year, maybe 6 or 7 times a year. And we do these conventions, and in these conventions are a lot of these same people. And over the past like 5, 6, 7 years, we just go to the same conventions and we just hang out, and we become so close, in that space. And I was just like, yo, we do this show over here. Like, why don't you guys just come show up over here? And what was crazy is all the invitations that I sent out this year, everybody that said yes, everybody showed up, which is crazy, because that's a lot of commitment and time and money for them to be here. But
that's just off of his word.
Yeah, that's just off of me, just like, yo, we got this show. You guys should come. You guys should pull up.
Because you built that trust, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, your work also, and being in proximity to learn, and people probably call you a mentor without calling you a mentor, even though they're friends of yours. But it's true, in being that proximity and off of your word, that says a lot.
But yeah, like to your question, everybody here that has come, I know them personally. I literally know them personally. We've either had meals together. I've said this before. We've probably shared the same Airbnb. We probably even shared the same bed together. Like literally, we'll split 4 people into a 2-bed hotel or something. And everybody that showed up here, I know them personally. And obviously, when you see them, I think most of them were at my house like over the week. And like on Wednesday, I believe we had dinner at my house. Everybody showed up. And we have, like, these are real people, like real moments. And it's not, nothing was planned either. It was just like, yo, my wife's gonna cook dinner. Y'all want to pull up? Everybody pulled up.
Fuck yeah.
And we just had a time at the house.
Yep.
And those are the ones that, come into town and realize that it's real. It's not just come work for Black and Gray. Like, they get a real experience of what life is.
That's what people miss, though. I think that what you've created it's like this opposite of a normal business plan or structure, but it's done it better. Legit. Because people will have shops and they'll have artists come and go. And or they'll always just want to be like, well, rent from me, or come in and it's got to be like this. These set rules and things. And you've quite literally done it, in a very authentic, simple way. It might not be simple to pull it off. It might not be simple in how you've done it. 30 years and the skill and the time and dedication isn't simple, but you kept it simple. Mm-hmm. And the legit, we're cool. I like what you do. I fuck with you. You're good people. And that sometimes, or maybe oftentimes, works better than me maybe going out as a shop owner, getting artists in and trying to create that. It takes 30 years, number one, to create that. And then it takes the right people.
That's what a lot of people don't realize or don't understand. Like even me, it actually dawned on me this past show that how real it is and the work that he has put in over the time. Because the majority of the time it's, oh, where's your dad at now? Is your dad in town? Is he gone again? Oh, he's gone again? Where is he? You know, that's what I live with. But for him to be on the road, almost 30 weeks a year, it makes sense. It pays off in the end. Because one of the points that was made was that a lot of people somebody had said that a lot of people can't travel the world, but he brought the world here, and that was one of the biggest takeaway from the whole weekend. And that's real, and that's what comes from the grind.
Yeah, that's gotta be a quote somewhere.
Yeah, it's good.
That's legit.
She
Put that on a shirt.
said it at dinner.
That goes hard.
That's what comes with traveling 30 weeks a year. That's literally what comes from it. All real relationships and literally random kids, grown men, grown women from random cities of the world coming here to this random ass city outside of Chicago. Like that, you just can't do that anywhere.
And it takes the right person to do that and to pull it off and build those relationships.
Yeah, people have no idea what happened, like what was going on here or what happened here that Thursday before the convention, our anniversary party that we have here. The city, the artists around here, the people around here literally have no idea that some of the best tattooers in the world were in this little space, in this small ass town. But that's the point. Like I'm not trying to like advertise and exploit these artists. I don't want anyone to feel like, oh look, he brought a camera so that he can gain all this attention. Like that is not even a thought in my head. And I was talking about this the other day, that's why I brought it up. Nobody has any idea what happened here that day. And it was just a bunch of dope ass people who just had some food and had some drinks.
It's the best shit.
But it's in the smallest town. Like we're in Gurney. You know, like we're not.
Yeah, you're not downtown.
This is not a major city. We're far from it.
But it's home.
And people come. People make that commitment to like want to be here. And we're so far, 30 minutes north of the convention, north of the airport, and people Uber here. And that's crazy. It's crazy as fuck to be like, yo, all these people are here. I mean, we could have the newspaper, the blogs, the people who are doing, social media or TikToks. We can have them people in here creating the buzz or the people. But nobody needs that shit. We're literally just regular fucking people.
And you've been able to do it anyway.
I mean,
and even better.
Yeah.
I think.
We just don't. I don't know. I'm not in the. I don't know if I ever wanted to exploit what we're doing for any type of gain that would come from it. I think the gain currently is people recognizing and seeing what we're doing and wanting to be a part of it.
And you are gaining.
Yeah. I mean,
the people are so much more valuable than.
Also, don't get me wrong. Like I do this for myself, and other people benefit from it, from me just sending out the invitations, right? But I am very selfish. I said this before in another interview. This is a very selfish thing. I just want my friends to be around here and to see what we have. Like totally. I do this for myself too. Like it's dope to have my friends here.
Hell yeah.
Like that's a very selfish thing.
Yeah,
I'm
but it's
a very
real.
Selfish person in that way.
But it's real.
Like yo, you should come visit my house. Come to my shop.
But obviously there's some value back to them or they would not do it.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Everybody, yeah. But they're also my friends and they're like, yeah, I'll fucking go to your shop.
It's not even done out of to like show something. It's just.
I literally have nothing. I have a shop.
We have a dope ass shop, by the way.
Home.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't have a lot. I can't give people everything.
Yeah, well.
I can give them me and my time.
And that is what has done it. And it's also continuing through you in the same way.
Yeah, we try.
Yeah, you do. But you have a beautiful spot for them to come here. Like it's definitely one of the doper tattoo studios probably anywhere.
Dopest. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it probably is.
The only thing we're missing is a view of the water.
Dang.
But if you look far enough, you'll see water.
All right, go up on the top. So when people come around, do you recognize that you may be a mentor to some people, and not only in your skill but also in building out a shop like this that most people probably can't do? It's hard. It takes a lot of money, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of commitment, or the skill over 30 years that you have. So yes, you're here with your friends, some of the best artists in the world. You say it's selfish, but there's a reason they're coming around you also, right? I know you said, I think in the last podcast, I'm not saying we're the best artists in the world, whatever. Some people are.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
I know you know that, but do you feel that too when they come in? They're your friends, but obviously you may play a role that they look up to.
I recognize it for sure. I definitely know that, because people tell me, but I don't feel like I'm in a position to be like much of a mentor or a guide to many people. I barely even feel like I can teach my kids anything, let alone teach some random person. I recognize it, I accept it, but I don't know that I'm that person to be able to teach someone or to, inspire someone in my work. I do understand that I may do that, but I don't feel like I should, because I know that there's a million people doing greater things than I am. I 100% know in tattooing that there's lettering artists that were here that are 100 times better than what I can do.
Lito, what do you think about that?
Hey.
I get what you're saying.
I don't think he's the best, but
I think the best leaders and mentors, though, feel exactly like you do. Because I am the CEO of our brand. We're franchising. We could open 5 more tomorrow if we wanted to with people interested. I feel like I just try and do a good job and work hard. I feel like I can talk about what we do a lot really well. I know our industry really well. And we've been open for 50 years. So basically my whole life, mine 20 dedicated, like after college. So I totally get what you're saying. I had to come into my role today, and mine was to expand. My goal was selfish also. I put a goal out of $100 million into exit to change my family's life, because no one's ever done that. That is the current goal. And so that was a selfish thing, because that 100 million would come to me and my family. But everyone would do good along the way as well. And I didn't know if I was that person to do it or pull it off, but I said, fuck it. I know this industry well. I treat people good, and I think we got something here.
What business is it?
Peppo Subs, our restaurant. Thank you for the shameless plug. And so I get what you're saying. I had to step into that role in a different way, and that's where something that piqued my interest of the last podcast you did was, do we monetize or not? How do we monetize the brand? And we often talk about this. The wrong people, they'll come. They'll see what you're doing. They can see your numbers or something, or see what we do, because you might have to tell them, get them to open a shop or something. It could go wrong. There's a lot of value to letting it grow like it has been. There's a lot of value to doing it whatever works for you. But we were talking about it like, be careful what you wish for. Also, you guys, I don't think, have ever been in it for a money grab and to really do that. You've said that before. But monetizing the brand, there is something there. You probably could do that. You could franchise shops like this. People would probably do it for sure. So it'd be interesting to see. You said, I think last time as well, we're working on something, or there might be something there. For sure. I would love to hear what that might be, if that's evolved since the last time. Lito's smiling over here.
No.
Or, what is your plan for brick and mortar? Growing the brand or doing the merch and stuff. So you guys have all done that yourself here. What does that look like? Is that still a goal or something on deck?
Do you have a goal or a vision? Hey, B. Yeah. You another drink?
No, I don't have a
2 fingers tequila support.
I don't have a vision of anything. I think the only thing that would probably benefit is getting out of having to do everything yourself. Because somebody had asked me, like, who designs the shirts? I was like, he does. He puts them all together, he vectorizes them, gets the files ready, does everything needed for a print design. And then we have access to a printer. You know, our family friend owns a print shop. And we go home and B presses them at home. Like, literally everything is hands-on. Everything for the convention is hands-on. He has to literally talk to every single person, talk to the convention promoter, do everything. I think that's the only vision that I see is getting out of that. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
There's value to that, man. Let me tell you. We've grown a couple times and made a lot of money a couple times.
Because when you do that too, you also open the opportunity for things to go bad and putting your trust in other people. And knowing him, he won't take that risk.
Well, you're not wrong about that, though.
Fuck it up. That's why we don't even have.
Yeah.
We have 3 artists here: me, myself, and Chelsea. And he doesn't want to take the risk. Me, my brother, and Chelsea.
Is Chelsea related too?
No, she's actually the only person that he's ever.
She made the cut. Whatever you said, you got to be done to get in.
She was an apprentice of my friend. My friend apprentice.
Nice.
So,
But even then, that's literally what it is. The whole thing about like the conventions and carrying his name behind the scenes, like that's a literal fear that I can see going wrong at some point.
Well, it's legit.
So why? If we're doing it, why? But I know at some point he's gonna get tired of it. He'll be bigger than himself, where he'll get tired of doing everything, you know, printing shirts and having to stay up late and do all that, just as I did. Because when I first started, I was the one in that position.
Hey, do you have any comments for the growth of the brand of the business? No. Any direction? Any comments on like how you see this growing, or I don't know about growing, but maybe streamlining or becoming better? How do we do this? How do we do this forever?
Do what?
Black and gray, the booth and the brand.
And continue it on for another 30 years,
Yeah,
you know.
How do we make it, how do we have more shots? How do we
Make it just more worldwide. That's the
that's the word I'm looking for. Right?
International, familia.
Prestige worldwide.
I don't know
What's it
if
called,
that,
baby?
I don't know if that starts with like another location or maybe, but like maybe the next one's not in the States, maybe it's somewhere else. And then the next one's somewhere else. So it's just, I think that's the, I don't know, big picture. Maybe.
I like it.
All right, I'm going
Thanks,
back.
buddy. Going back. Appreciate the comments.
So have you explored opening another shop, whether it's under you and your brand or allowing someone who you trust a lot to call wherever they're at a Black and Gray studio?
I mean, we talked about it a little bit.
And has
But
anyone asked you to do it?
But it never really like, happened. I don't know if there's a word for it, but it never really snowballed into what it could have been. But I don't know that the shop. I don't know that there has to be people out there that are like me that want exactly what I want, right? I'm not the only person. There has to be. And when that day comes, when I find that person and they say, hey, I'd love to open a Black and Gray shop here, hell yes. Like, I do believe that that's a possibility. I don't know that that's a goal, though. I do believe that what Anthony just said about, or Bita just said about.
Anthony, we got the real name.
What B just said about the worldwide. The growth of this, I do believe, is the production and distribution in different countries of the Black and Gray merch. That's the only monetization that I can create from this brand right now. I mean, yes, we can franchise it, yes, we can do other things, but me just making more dope shit, more dope merch is just the way that this thing can continue to sustain itself. Well, as far as like the money wise. Worldwide is Black and Gray merch produced and distributed in different countries. I have to go back to Italy. I have to find a printer. I have to find somebody that can distribute for me, and I have to make that happen because I can't continue to haul 150 pieces worth of merch to Europe, every time I go.
You want to know how I know exactly why you say that? So when I was deployed to Afghanistan, I used to make all the army shirts, and she had to send a bunch to fucking Afghanistan, and I'm over there fucking not able to do a single thing, and she's sending boxes, 150, 75 for these units that I was deployed with. So I totally 100% understand what you're saying.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, I can't continue to go all of these places. I'm currently going to all of these places. Well, not all these places, but when I go to Italy or when I go to Europe, I bring a lot of merch. I'm going to Germany in 2 weeks for the Gods of Ink convention, and I'll probably be bringing 150 pieces of merch. I have 2 events. We have a convention, and then we have a lettering obsession the week after. So I'm bringing merch for both events. And later on this year, I plan on going to the goal is going to Brazil. I have a good friend that's in Sao Paulo, and he has merch himself. He produces merch himself. So I'm probably going to link up with him, start selling Black and Gray out there. That I feel like is going to be the growth of the brand itself, the merch brand itself, or the merch avenue of the brand. That's going to be something within the next year or two. That's going to happen for sure. I plan on getting to Asia. I'm supposed to go to Tokyo in October, November.
Nice. My uncle's lived in Tokyo for 20 years.
Try to make that happen.
Probably 30 years now. So setting up with somebody there, could you also just ship from here?
I think it's a little bit more difficult to ship from here. There's a lot of customs costs, and it almost doesn't become cost effective when you start to ship large scale. So currently it's me dragging all of this stuff. And instead of me shipping from here, which is ideally what I want because I can do the quality control, I can manage that aspect of it. But I think if I go find a printer, produce some things, do some test samples, and make sure that they understand the level of quality that I'm looking for, then I think we can reach a place where I can feel comfortable distributing from those countries. I think that's realistically what's going to happen within the next year or two.
And that's from conventions and things there, and also online? So if someone goes online?
Online is difficult. Online has to be from each country. They have to have a website, like an Italian website or a Spanish website and a Brazilian website, and I have to have the American website because I can't take orders for Brazil from here. Well, at least I haven't figured out the best way of doing it, because shipping hoodies and t-shirts, a $500 order may cost them $200 or $300 just to receive it through customs.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that's like. So,
but you see that there's big value.
There's
in these other
definitely
places.
Big value in these places for sure. So yes, that I feel like is the immediate growth of what we're doing or what I'm doing. What Lito said about having other people or figuring out a way so that I'm not managing it myself, that's another goal. Making sure that we have the proper production and distribution here so that I don't have to produce and distribute myself. Then the website can grow, my current website. I only turn it on whenever I have a moment to focus on that. Everything right now, as you can see, if you go to the website now, it's sold out or coming soon, because I can't manage one product in one order.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it has to go in I could do a drop 1 week, take those orders, but then sometimes it takes 3 weeks or a month for people to get things. If I leave it open for a week, get the products and produce them in a week, that's 2, ship them, that's 3 weeks before they receive a product. And I don't really like that. So I have to figure out that aspect for sure.
And do you mean it's just you, or do you mean it's you guys?
Us. Yeah, for sure. Well, Lito's a little too grown now to be pressing t-shirts. He did that enough. He put in his work.
I was saying that earlier. I did that for a really long time.
Yeah. Now it's Bita.
Nice.
Yeah, long nights
Oh, yeah.
pressing shirts. 400 shirts for the show that's coming the next day.
Yep. That's how you grow your business, though. And look what it's turned into because of that. You know, if you didn't do that, things might not look like they do today. So going forward, the things you do today obviously then contribute to where this goes and how it does turn out for the next 30 years for you, for Bita. Did you even know that they would come up in the business like this? And I'm sure as a father is probably the goal. My dad was like, you do whatever you want. I did this, not that you have to, but it's here. Then when I understood what we had as a brand, when I heard it from other people, how much they liked us before, like I understood business, I was like, damn, like, Dad, what'd you do here? Like, this is good. People like us. But his intention was really never he never forced me to do anything. He never told me I had to work. I did work. But it came naturally. I think kind of like this did. If that's true or not, your vision to see them come up under you.
Yeah, I think I never, exactly like what you just said, how your dad never pressed you to stay in the family business. Man, I never even had a family business. I was a tattooer. And when they began setting up the booths or setting up and breaking out my stations, I mean, essentially, in hindsight, they were going through an apprenticeship that I never thought was even a thing. Like, I didn't realize that that's what they were doing. I just needed help. And like, seriously,
that's my dad tattoo. He's like, yo, just come in. Just come do this.
Yeah, I literally just needed help.
Yeah.
And
That's what I was there for.
yeah, and for a long time, like, that's what it was. And then when Lito started tattooing, I kind of understood that all of that time that he was just helping me and being a part of the industry, you know, subconsciously he wasn't focused on, oh, I'm going to be a tattooer. He was subconsciously just a part of the industry. Then he became a tattooer, then he wanted a tattooer, then he did a tattoo, and then it was just like he fell in love with it and just ran with it. Okay, what am I going to do? I never wanted him to. I wanted him to get a job, have a career, have a 401k, and have stability. But I can't be mad at what I introduced him to, you know. Like he said earlier, they've been a part of this. Both him and his brother have been a part of this for their entire life. They were born into this. Literally day one. I've been tattooing since before they were born. So even when B started tattooing, I never asked him to tattoo. I never wanted him to tattoo. He is just part of our family. It's just part of who we are. You know, it's that. I think they're the second generation of, you know, what's to come, and hopefully Lito's kids start tattooing. Again, I won't ask them to, or I won't force them to, but I think because they were born into it, it's just going to be second nature to them. It's real. It's like some real life shit. You know, you were probably born around sandwiches.
100%. I do contribute to some of that early days of what made me as aware and good as things are for me, for sure. Yeah. And it wasn't a true mentorship. My dad wasn't that strong leader. He wasn't trying to show me things along the way and be like, this is for you when you get older. Exactly. Like literally totally opposite.
Yeah, that's exactly how I was. I literally wanted them both. I still want Bita because he's got a fucking 4-year degree. He's got a bachelor's in graphic design. Like, why wouldn't you go be a graphic designer?
Well, that is also what you did.
It's also what I did for 20 years. Yeah, I lived both lives. Yeah. You know, I lived the corporate life, and I did web design and graphic design for 20 plus years. I'm still a graphic designer. I still create graphics for the designs that I create for the brand. And doing web design. Like my website, if you know anybody that is a web designer, their own personal website is never up to date and they're never done because we just don't give a fuck about ourselves.
Yeah.
So that's what you see about, you know, with my website. But I still want him to, you know, find a good job and, you know, something that's going to sustain him for a long time. Like it sustained me for a long time. It helped my family have some stability and security, you know, in being able to pay my bills and being
Well,
able
small
to get a
business ain't for
mortgage,
everybody.
be able to buy a vehicle, stuff like that. Being a tattooer and entrepreneur is not fucking easy.
Fuck no.
You know, like it's
Fuck
not
no.
easy, dude. It's a complete opposite. It's almost so difficult to be able to live a normal life being an entrepreneur.
It's not for everybody.
No, it's
for
definitely
sure.
not. But I think my kids, both of them are going to be fine. I think in whatever they do in life, they're both going to be fine. They understand hustle. They understand being a good person. They both understand what hard work is because they were born into it.
Yep.
You know, so I think they're going to be fine no matter what they do.
Yeah, I
if they
think
become
so.
tattooers, Lito tattoos for the rest of his life, great. If Beat that tattoos for the rest of his life, great. If he never uses graphic design degree, fine. I know he's going to do it like I did. I created logos. There's probably like 5 or 6 logos, business logos in our city.
People ask you that kind of
that I
thing
created.
because you obviously such good artists at heart.
Yeah, Bita has a couple logos that people are using now.
Shit, that's a revenue stream
know.
right there to monetize.
I have like I was saying, I have like 5 or 6 business logos that are like brands, like super long-standing businesses that they're using my logo that
Sure.
I've designed for them, and I think it's super dope. So we'll always be fine. Like I think we're always going to be okay.
Definitely.
Being artists, being creators, being having the skill of graphic design, but also having the hustle mentality. And I think they're going to be fine forever.
I think so too.
Both of them.
Do you think this tattoo business can sustain? Like for you had 2 jobs coming up. Was that just because you didn't grow it yet to what it is today? So like for them, you did that part of it. So they don't have to really take that long to get to this level of shopping 60 artists, right? So you're kind of there now. So it's obviously different now. Is that sustained for 30 years where, yeah, for you had to work that other job, maybe just to give that stability for kids and family and home and all that. But it's different now. You think that, it is actually more sustainable now for him to be just here, and it is a career enough. Fuck a 401k if you're smart with your money, and do the right thing, continue to invest in this, your family, your business.
I don't know. I feel like that's a little hard because it's a different type of business. Yes, it's a family business, but we both work for ourselves. So me sustaining this for 30 years is based on what I'm doing and how much I'm either progressing or sustaining, being able to be good for very long. He's put in the work for himself and he's established that. But I don't think it directly reflects, I don't think it ties into what I'm personally responsible for to make this grow more. Does that make sense?
A little bit.
I don't know if that's making sense or not.
So you're saying like you would have to continue to progress as an artist,
Right.
and continue to go to that level
Just because
sustain it.
just because he's my pops and he's put in work for 30 years doesn't mean that I'm going to be that same for 30 years. It will never be that. And that's what people don't understand. I've grown up with that. People give me shit because, you think you're hot shit because your dad's your dad. But
You and me both.
I'm in this industry, and I have to put in the work personally to be able to feed my kids and pay my bills. He's not doing that for me. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
in this industry, that's kind of how it is. You have to put in the work or you're not going to get work. It's very easy to step out of this lifestyle because you either get too comfortable, you're not progressing enough, you do one bad thing where your entire reputation's fucked up for the rest of your life. Like it's very hard to maintain. And for the most part, I've been doing this full time for 7 years, and I never had an intention to do it for full time. I only got fired from my last job, and I didn't want to work for somebody else.
What'd you do?
That's the only reason. That's the only reason why I became full time, because I didn't want to reapply for a job, already having 14 jobs since the age of 16. I didn't want to redo that again. So yeah, it's not easy, and it doesn't. I don't think it directly relates to what he has going on or what I'm doing, but very much so. I'm responsible. If I want to respect him and what he does, and I'm going to have to keep things going
For sure.
on my end.
So is that your answer? Yes, you think you can?
I could, yeah, as long as I keep doing what I'm doing, yeah.
I don't think anything would throw you off that path. Seems like you're pretty committed now.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Plus with family and kids too, like it's very similar,
Yeah.
in the evolution, I feel, from the outside.
I think definitely what he said, like he definitely has to put in the work to continue what we have going on. I mean, I'm gonna tattoo as long as I can. I'm gonna obviously keep the brand going for as long as I'm here, and I think both him and Bita will be able to maintain what we currently have. They've developed relationships with my friends that I've either been able to bring here or that I've met along the way, and they've met on social media, so they can continue to bring them here when I'm obviously if I'm not here, and I think they have to continue to do the work. We call it the Lord's work because I don't even know why, but years ago, before, I think maybe after our first or second booth, Lito was really adamant about going to hey yo, my pops, or the Black and Gray brand, man, he would go out and tell people all the time. He'd go out and talk some shit to some people, or go into a circle of people and be like, yo, hey, my pops, the Black and Gray brand, you should come fuck with us or whatever. And that was literally doing the Lord's work. Because without preaching the gospel, without spreading the word, nobody really knows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he was. I remember.
That's why he got the long beard, right?
There shows that he would do that, and that shit was important to what we currently. This was 5 years ago, but what it is today, I remember those. I remember that time when he was out in these streets putting in that work. This shit was important. So he has to continue to do that, and so does B. They have to continue to do what what they did then, to be able to flourish later.
For sure. It's a whole lot of what I did too.
Yeah.
I had to go out there and earn my shit. Yeah, we had a family name after 30 years, and I used that to open some doors, but then I had to step into that door and do that shit. Like you're saying, you had to improve, and I had to too. Because my dad was now 50 years in the game. He's not doing it anymore. He stops in, he hangs out, much like it might be for you later, I'll still do a tattoo here or there, but he doesn't have to. But I had to step up into that role. It seems like you just did what you're saying, the same thing I did too, and we have to do that. So step one, done, right? You're doing that. And then you just get better and better as you do it. And that takes forcing you to do it. At this point, you're a grown-ass man. It ain't going to matter much what everybody else says. It's how far you want to take yourself, just like you did, right? But now I think, man, if I look back at my years, there's way more ways to do that today. So to me, when I look at business, or any good business or good brand, the opportunity is whatever you do, whatever you want to do with it. And that's what it is for me. My dad never stopped me from doing it. He never told me what I should be doing, how to do it even. Don't fuck up the brand. Don't fuck up the integrity. And we'll be good to go, right? Don't change the main thing that got us here, which was just making really good sandwiches. Don't fuck up the core. The rest of it, cool. We've tried so many things over the years. We've grown a bunch. So I feel that's why I love, I'm in the same exact mindset of both of you guys.
FYI, your sandwiches are fire.
Appreciate it.
Oh, just in case anybody's wondering, they supplied sandwiches for the booth on Sunday at the convention, and man, the motherfuckers was gas. They were so fucking good. They had wraps, bowls, pasta, a pasta salad. Shit was so fucking good. If you never had, how do you pronounce it?
Peppo subs.
Peppo subs. As a matter of fact, Junior knew who they were. And he was like, yeah, they get down. But
yeah.
Peppo subs in Chicago? Where are you guys at?
Yeah, so South Suburb Chicago, Palos Hills.
South Suburb Chicago.
And our first franchise is in Orland.
Fire. Gas.
Appreciate that. We got to roll the food truck up here. And I think that's one of the first things we talked about business-wise for one of your anniversaries, and we weren't able to do it. We had an event. And I was pissed because I seen what you guys did the year before and how you bring people together. And that's part of what we love to do. So we're involved with a bunch of people. We have a partnership with this guy in the NBA, Max Struess, plays on Cleveland. He's got a sandwich on our menu. Good family. They've been coming in for years. We can't have a sponsor with an NBA player, but I can't be paying nobody shit like that. But we all like each other. We all fuck with each other. So he would play for Miami Heat, and he came in and they did a piece on him in his hometown. And he came in his favorite shop, right? Us. And he's like, yo, we got to create a sandwich. I'm like, done. So those authentic, organic partnerships is why I really like this. So us working with the Chicago Bears It was just that I wrote a little thing in, and I made friends with the people down there. And that's how it happened. That's why we can continue to work with them. Now go to the training camp, go to House Hall. I'm on the small business panel and shit now. It's like, how the fuck did this happen? But it was really just fucking with people and talking and having a good time and really just showing that you're authentic, willing to do whatever it takes, like my tattoo says. And that's how we've been able to create things, is really just good partnerships. Partnership with Bobby Wooten. He's played with Sabrina Carpenter, MGK. He's got a sandwich on our menu now. Yeah, so it's like I'm doing these same things. And that's why I really love this, is just fucking with good people. And so like coming full circle, that's why I was really excited to do the convention with you guys, because that's what we do with everything else, for our brand as well. So for people listening, like, we don't advertise, we don't promote, we don't put money or any dollars behind it. We do a really fucking good job, and we do it with good people. Like, legitimately, that's our business plan.
Yeah, super dope. Super dope. Yeah, I definitely appreciate that sentiment.
Yeah.
And I think we definitely have that same mentality, and very cool.
Well, I looked up to you guys in doing it at that larger scale, right? So like, we've grown our brand too, and that's great, brick and mortar wise. But you guys creating the brand is what I saw, not only from the old shop, getting my back done by you years ago, but also coming up with him and now seeing where it's come to. And that was dope. Super dope. Not many people can do that. And I've looked at a lot of businesses and talked to a lot of fucking people. So it's pretty sick.
Yeah, man. Thanks for recognizing it, for sure.
And when you talked about, how much your wife helps, Alex, my wife, she's in the background, does the same thing. It's why she's here today and at home fucking with all this stuff. And when we do festivals and events too, I couldn't pull it off myself. No fucking way. Yeah. I think I'm good, but that shit gets too much.
Yeah, no, I mean, shit. We all need a support system, man. As long as you got a good one, dog, like, there's shit. We can do anything we want, man. I mean, anything. Oh, he said something earlier, but it was when he said about the convention. That's why I like that movie Inception, because the inception of an idea can take you so fucking far, dude. And just that little thought, just that little thing that he just put in the universe. Like, I mean, it's been in the universe for a while, but the more you say it, the more the reality becomes. Eventually, like 100%. I think Black and Gray will have some type of like invitational, but we can't generate the amount of traffic. I don't believe. Maybe we could. I don't believe we can generate the amount of traffic that Villanars does for that Chicago show. So it would have to be some type of like invitational where you bring your own client. You do a three day tattoo, or bring 3 pieces for a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we all just get together and we have a good time on our own. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll have a lot of like people behind it, as far as like brands and our sponsors and people who are really a part of our family. Bishop being one. Eclipse is now a new like part of this culture that we've built.
What roles do
Empire,
they play? So like,
they're basically people who have sponsored me as an artist. Mm-hmm. Empire and Bishop being the longer family part of this family that we built. Empire's an ink company. Bishop's the creators of the machines and needles and stuff. And then we have another new sponsor, Eclipse. They're I believe from Spain. But they supply samples for the booth. They made sure everybody was laced up with everything that we needed to be able to produce tattoos.
Awesome.
And Jet Black Supply provided supplies that we needed for the booth. So there's a big family of like, and I believe what is like the best in the industry that are now a part of, not even now, they've been a part of this culture and this family that we built. So having them behind just our brand and just our booth,
totally, it's a big deal.
They're definitely going to be a part of something that we do if we do an invitational, for sure, 100%. And we've.
So it sounds like you could pull it off.
No, we've already talked about it.
We could do it.
So where would it be? What center? What convention center or?
Fuck if I know. I don't even know if we could do it here in Chicago.
Right here. 50 artists. Walk in and out.
I don't even know if we could do it here in Chicago, but wherever it is, I think it's gonna be dope. Whether it's here, Europe, fucking anywhere. I think it's going to be really, really cool.
Yeah,
and again,
especially
it's just going to be a group of fucking my friends, and we're just going to hang out, and we're going to talk some shit, and we're going to play some music, and we're going to have a good time, and we're going to have brands that are part of this, heavily a part of this industry, top brands in our industry, in the tattoo world, be a part of it.
Are there other brands that you guys are looking to work with?
Nah. I don't.
Or that play a different role that maybe you just don't have yet?
Nope. I don't look for anybody. I loved this Empire, I think or Bishop and Empire probably at the same time. I love the machines that they built, and I love the ink that they were making. Their marketing and branding, what they were producing into the tattoo world. I loved what they were doing. I used them fucking a lot. I tagged them and everything. Eventually, we developed a relationship, and they become somebody who sponsored me and who supported our brand. Any of the seminars that I used to do, I haven't done one in a couple of years, but the seminars that I would do, they would lace everybody up in the seminars with all the supplies. Bishop would donate machines or whatever to some like random winner. Just so much support, dude. So much support from all these people. Jet Black and Eclipse being a little bit newer into being part of the family, they've provided so much for our booth and for our brands. I don't necessarily look for people. I just use the shit that I use and people I fuck with. I use them and then eventually develops a relationship.
Same exact shit.
Who eventually
legit
they support and they want to be a part, or not they want to. They supply supplies for our booth and for our brand.
Yep. We literally fuck with the people that fuck with us, number one, and the shit that we like.
But I mess with, I use their shit first, and I really, 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 really genuinely use their products. And it's not like because they fuck with me first. No, I use their product first, and eventually we develop a relationship.
How often do I say that fucking shit?
You know what I'm saying?
And it always turns out good because it's authentic.
It's genuine.
And real.
Like, I'm legit. I'm not going to support a brand that there was like these companies that were coming out, these needle companies. They would hit me up on Instagram, and be like, "Hey, yo, I would love to sponsor you." I don't even know you.
Yeah.
I've never used your product in my life. What do you mean you want to sponsor me? That makes no sense to me. How do you do that? So, for me, it's just the relationships that I've built, and I do believe I've built strong relationships with everyone that's currently supporting our brand.
That's clear.
So.
Yeah. And I think that's how you've been able to continue to build, because they all also see that, or they wouldn't fuck with you.
Yeah.
That's how it happens at the top, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I have, I can't be more thankful and more grateful for their support, especially in the booths that we've done, the booths here that we've done in Chicago or pretty much anywhere. Whenever I ask, they go above and beyond, anything that I've ever asked for. All of them. It's crazy how much support they've given to this culture and that we've built, in the black and gray community.
Well, they've been able to see what you've done, right? It's important to them to fuck with good people too.
Huge shout out to Bishop, to Empire. Man, these guys, I can't even, bro. They got my back 100% all day, every day.
7 days a week.
7 days a week for sure. Jet Black being very new, super supportive, and Eclipse, man, I can't thank them enough, man. I've been trying to get them to see what we're doing, and man, for years, dude, because they're from Spain, I believe, and the first time I used their product I was like, yo, these mugs have to be a part of this. And finally, man, they finally got some U.S. distribution. And now they were able to move around, and now they're a part of this, and I'm a part of them, and man, I love their shit. So,
fuck yeah.
So I think if we ever do an invitational, all of these
100%.
great fucking people, we're gonna be definitely a part of what we're doing for sure.
Gotta be. Hell yeah.
Pull it off.
And I want to help too. Let me know. What can you check to see what times we're at?
What are the questions you got, Rob? I know you got some.
Well, there was one, and you almost touched on it there. I was going to let you go with it, or not doing seminars anymore. Last time 127? Oh, that's not bad. All right.
What is your cap?
No cap.
How old are you? How old are you?
You had just said no seminars, and then the last time you're talking about, you thought you would do it. It's what some of the space was for, but you want to keep it very authentic, and the people that need to be in it for the right reason, which is the people around you. I understand that on a deep level because I've now opened my brand up to other people who might not respect it as much. It's a money grab, right? And to some people, when you're kicking free game or put on these seminars, they might, I don't know, just might not value it as much as you do. They can learn it because you can teach it or show it. So tell me a little bit about that, because I'm in that same kind of boat. It's like, damn, I used to put out a ton of free game, and I've helped a lot of people, and maybe it wasn't the right people, but I thought I was putting it out there and it was all good for the brand.
Yeah, I used to do seminars. I mean, I still do seminars. I guess I don't want to say I used to. It's been a couple years since I did one, but I do feel like after my last one, I started to see some real I don't know if it was like not genuine, or just some people using the shit for clout or gaining followers or a following. I don't know how I felt, but I started to see people on the gram giving out free game, and not free as in monetary, free game as in let me drop this information into the world, and that I just obtained. But also I don't even know if this works forever. It's just something that I do right now. How do you know what that's going to look like? Or how do you know that that's, or is it even original? What you're doing, is it even original? And then I was like, this is whack. People out here just giving out crazy shit, and it kind of gave a little sour taste in my mouth. It's I don't even want to be a part of that, giving out information like that, because for one, what I'm trying to do, and what I've always tried to do, is give out information that I believe is true to me. It may not be the best, it may not be the right or wrong information. I know it's true to me and how I developed myself, or where I'm currently at in my technique or my style. And when I started to see things, it was just man, I don't know, dude. I don't know. People were just giving out some real fake shit, and I didn't want to be a part of it.
That's what social media came into play. People realize that if they say a certain thing on social media, then they'll start buzzing, and people will come to their page for info, and that's just really what it came down to. People just using what they either just learned or are learning to get people to come mess with what they're doing.
Yeah.
But
it just created a fakeness to the idea of giving information. So now I have a new outlook, and I've kind of thought about it and how I can change what I was doing, and I kind of still want to use this space for that. I mean, this little space that we're in right now was developed for seminars and for discussions. So I still have to use this space, because this is literally why I built this way. It's not going to be seminars in the whole traditional sense, or I'm not going to be giving out directions and how to draw a letter. But I do think it could be used for discussion, like a roundtable discussion of certain topics: needles, inks, techniques, styles, whatever. And I think it's going to be used for artists who are already in the game, not trying to get in the game. And I have to vet now, because I can't do this for an artist who's, for one, not tattooing, and for two, maybe in their apprenticeship. For one, they should be learning everything from their apprenticeship, from their mentor. Yes, they're going to get information from other people. But this isn't going to be that space for them, because it has to be on a higher level of discussion where information is proven, they've tested, they can speak on, like, I know this technique is going to last you forever, or I know this technique is going to fall out in 3 years, 5 years. But that has to come from an artist who's already established, who's already done that. So I think this space is going to be used on a higher level of education, of teaching, of collaborations, and just not just me trying to like give out game. I think it's just going to be used for a discussion.
It's an excellent thing.
Yeah.
I love hearing that.
Yeah, so it's going to be very, very different. But I haven't even started it yet, so I know it now that I said it, now that I put it in the universe, we're going to have to do it here pretty soon. So
Yeah, and now you can use your vetting process or a competition process to get people into that even more closed, right?
I just want to make shit fun. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Because I even had this idea. I still need to do it. I have everything all set up of doing a online battle between artists. Like I have it already officially all set up. I have the bracket made. I have the list of people that are going first. Like I have everything made. So it's gonna be categories: a large scale piece, a medium sized piece, a small piece, and we're gonna battle. Have people go head to head, black and gray battle.
Fuck.
That's it. You don't get nothing out of it. It's just bragging.
Nothing out of it.
No bragging rights.
You gotta get something. You gotta get like a piece.
No, I'm not giving out thousands of dollars. But I get a little care package or something. Pat on the back, high five.
Or a VIP invite to the round table.
Or a booth.
Ooh, grand
booth,
fee, whatever. Free booth fee.
something.
grand prize booth
But
fee.
definitely no $10,000 prize. We ain't got it like that. But no, for sure. I want to do the battles. I want to make things interesting. I want to make it fun.
That's dope.
And then maybe that'll roll into the real live competitions at a actual Black and Gray show. Because we did it. We had 2 local parties at a local bar, and we had a Black and Gray tattoo contest. We had people's shirts off in a bar on a Friday night showing off their tattoo for a tattoo
Shit,
contest.
I'm down for that. No doubt.
We had three different artists, 3 local artists. We didn't judge, and they handed out a plaque.
You're good. We can see you.
I don't know what the fuck we were trying to do, but we definitely did it. We definitely created a Black and Gray contest at it was your birthday, like his birthday party, or like we were like, let's throw a Black and Gray party.
Yeah.
And
Hell
during
yeah.
his birthday, man, we lit this bar up, dude. We had like, I don't know, hundreds of people in this bar, and I don't know, like maybe 30 or 40 contestants or participants in the contest, and it was super sick.
Hell
Literally
yeah.
had 3 judges. I created the awards for the thing. Man, that shit was sick. I think we're gonna do it again. We have to do it again because it was fun.
For sure.
It was
And
like
for the
local
convention.
tattoos. Yeah, local tattoos. We should do it at the convention, but
100%.
hold on. We'll talk about that. We did it locally, like just local artists and local clients. It was like my clients, Lito's clients, and like some random friends of ours clients. So we were judging our own shit.
Yeah.
But it wasn't us judging; it was our friends judging.
It wasn't
Anyways.
Lito, the hardest judge out here.
Yeah. Anyway, it was super fun. What did you just say?
Giving an award out at the convention.
At the convention, I was considering talking to here in Chicago to Villain Arts to being a judge, because usually they select artists to be judges. And I was considering talking to them about, hey, maybe one of us can be a judge for the lettering contest or the Black and Gray contest, so that there's somebody with some type of like I don't know, value to the contest.
To the Black and Gray side of things, too.
And
I saw a lot of colors win.
I'm not saying that they're not currently. I just know that what we do is very specific to Black and Gray and very specific to lettering. So having one of us judge would be great because it has some type of value. But also, and then I was thinking about, why don't we do our own Black
Within
and
your
Gray
booth
contest?
space. Yes.
Whether it's within our booth or let's say we put the word out and people come and they enter their piece from outside of our booth, and then it's like now we create our own Black and Gray contest. But then again, I didn't want to like step on toes and be like, oh, do you guys think you're the better Black and Gray? I don't know, but I
Yes,
think it'd
the
be
fuck
fun.
we do.
Right. I just think it'd
Yeah.
be fun to create something in the convention. I think that'd be super sick. Like, why not? That'd be fun. We did it at the bar. Why can't we do it at the
You totally
convention?
can. ask them first, right? That seems like the customary right thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But you should also do one internally, just for the homies. Like, who creates the best piece of the convention? Just for the homies, just for you guys.
Yeah, I think so.
And
in
then,
the black and gray booth?
Yeah.
In the black and gray booth?
Yeah.
I mean, that's 60-something entries. Online battle's going to happen.
Yeah, that's easy. You could do that
already
easy.
know. It was too much. It was too much, too little time. But now we're settled. We're reflecting. This is the time, and now we can run that.
Well, I'm gonna hold you to all that. So is the universe.
Yeah, definitely the black and gray battle. But he's already posted it. People have already said that they were interested, and yeah, we're gonna make it happen for sure.
Can you tell me about the marathons you do? So why the marathons, right? And why 2x2?
I just like running, to be honest.
Nice. Yeah.
No, okay. So why the marathon?
I just like it. Not a lot of people do it, right? It's dope.
You want me to tell you why? The real reason why?
Yeah.
So when I first started tattooing, what drove me to tattoo was watching a girl do small tattoos at a convention. All 3 days, she tattooed small tattoos. Non-stop. It was like a gumball machine. You paid $50, whatever came out is what you got tattooed. There was all crazy things in there. And so during the whole time I was watching her, that's what, to touch back earlier, what I had said, what drives me is the hustle of this art form. That's what I enjoy the most. That's what inspired me to tattoo, is watching this girl hustle all weekend. So after that convention, I slept on it for a week, and that following Saturday, I tattooed my aunt. And then I did like 4 more tattoos that day. I was like, damn, this is cool. So then I did more tattoos after that, and they were all small tattoos. And I did tiny tattoos or 2x2 size tattoos, 2 inches by 2 inches for, I want to say, a good year consecutively, and then into like 2 years straight, where I barely took on pieces that had shading. I didn't want to do nothing too big. I just wanted to do small tattoos. So I kind of figured out a way to do them, good and fast. And I got to a point where I started to charge a little more. At first I was charging $20, then I went to 40, then I went to 60, then I went to like 100. Those were my rates from like my first 2 years. And then I got to a point where my minimum started to go. My work was getting good, so my price had to go a little more up, because I wasn't going to keep doing good tattoos at a low value. Damn. So I got to a point where now currently I sit at a $200 minimum, and I still do 2x2s very well. I think they're very well. But nobody wants to pay $200 for a tattoo that's going to take 15 minutes to do. And the only reason why it takes 15 minutes to do is because I practice a lot to get them to that point. So he actually hates me for it, but I enjoy it.
I was going to get to that.
He dislikes the fact that I do them for such a low cost. Like the last one I did was $50. There's no reason why we should be doing these tattoos for $50. But I enjoy it. The people enjoy it. And it's literally my way of giving back to the people that have messed with me from the beginning. Doing all the cute tattoos, the small tattoos, that's what I literally came in the game doing. So I use those opportunities to get everybody in. So I'll run a whole day. The last 2 that I did, I promoted for 24 hours. I did small tattoos consecutively for, the first one was 26 hours I ran it for, and the second one was 27 hours straight, non-stop, from start to finish. Every 30 minutes taking on a new person. Why not do it? You know? Why not? Everybody wins. I win, I have fun. I take a couple dollars home, the same amount of money that I would make booking a regular full day. But I take a little bit home. I did 50-something tattoos that day. And everybody can say they got a $50 tattoo at Black and Gray.
And now they'll come back to you again.
And then they'll come back again.
For sure. It's a great marketing effort.
And then they'll tell their friends.
I'll give you that for sure.
And then they'll tell their friends and their moms and their aunts and uncles and cousins, and the next one will come. And I'll get messages every 2 months. You can do a marathon anytime soon? People will still come and get small tattoos, but I usually advise people that this is my minimum. I know you may not want to pay it. You can book with me for, get something more than just something small, or I'll see you, when I do a marathon. But the fact that, I've been fortunate enough to be able to do those this many times, I'm going to keep doing it. I want to keep doing it. I've done them. I did one in Texas. I did two in Cali. I did one in Arizona. Like, they work. I did 2 in the city in Chicago at 2 different shops. I've done them here at home. Why not? That's my shit. Small tattoos. And literally to the point where I've seen people try to market it the same way that I do it. They'll quote it 2x2 or marathon or full day this, full day that. But I don't know. It's fun. I like it. And the fact that I was able to do it for 27 hours straight speaks for itself.
Yeah, totally. It's hard. But there's obviously a but.
27 hours straight is insane.
Totally.
27 hours is insane.
He did 26 hours.
That's what I'm asking about. It's wild.
The 1:30 break.
It is insane. Insane. I don't understand how. I mean, you obviously have to be dedicated, and like I said, my kids they got that shit, man.
Hell yeah.
They got that dedication. They got that hustle, and they got that in them.
It doesn't just take me. It takes the crazy people that are gonna come at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning to come get tattooed. People come the morning before, book their appointment for the night, and they'll go home and sleep, and they'll wake up and come, or they'll sit here for 2 hours at 3 in the morning, grab a drink and sit down for 2 hours.
Yep. It's great branding, for sure, for you to say, come in and get this done, see the shop, whatever, and knock it out. But it's testament to hustling, like you're saying. But is there another side of it? Why you don't love it? Or is it just a different version of what you may had to do 20 years ago?
No, he just doesn't like the price market of it. It's doing $50 tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like even like the artists that work here, Chelsea, Lito, and Bita, if they do anything that's not to a value that the shop, I believe we have a higher standard, and what they're doing is at a higher standard. Like, they're not just putting out tattoos. We're literally like, if somebody has a question like, hey, does this placement look good? Or like, what needle should I use? What black should I use? What tones should I use? Even just that question itself creates a higher standard for the shop. And if we're putting out a super high standard, how do you tattoo for $50 fucking dollars? But I've had to learn to accept it's not the value or the standard that we're putting out. People are just very lucky to get what they're getting at such a low price.
Totally.
And as long as people understand that, then I don't mind it. Because what we're trying to do, and I believe everyone does understand that we're different than like any other shop, we're literally trying to put out dope shit always at a high standard.
Or the highest standard.
The highest standard.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I don't know that we can charge $50 for a tattoo like that. But what he's doing, I think, is super creative, super generous, and I had to learn to just stand aside and support it. You know what I mean?
Every morning. Why?
What? Dude, he'll put an ad out, like a post, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why?
Yeah.
Why? But at the end of the day, I do understand it. And maybe, I need to take advantage of that time and that amount of people that are coming into the shop to be here and to introduce myself or to introduce the shop to these people that are coming in.
It's important.
It is super important.
I personally don't mind. I don't mind giving somebody one tattoo one time. They came here and they got it done.
We know now one tattoo isn't generally going to happen.
Yeah.
People will usually get multiple nowadays.
They'll be back.
Yeah.
And even if it's just for 2x2s, I literally have people who are on rotation that come only for the marathons, and that's fine. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But as long as I'm able to give somebody a tattoo, I can say I did that.
You know what one of the most important things is to our brand is only that my dad comes in and says hi to some people. They fucking love it. The customers ask me every day. They don't give a fuck what I'm doing. Hey, how's your dad? Is he here? Where's your dad? Oh, is Jim here? At either one of our locations. So much so that our franchisees are like, can your dad just come in on a Saturday one time just to hang out? Yeah, legit. So you might not see it. You recognize that it is important. You mentioned it. But I don't think you understand quite. Nobody in themselves understands what that means to the other person.
I definitely didn't. I definitely didn't when he had started, continues to do it at the same price that he was doing it 5, 6, 7 years ago. Like, bro, you're like 7 years in a game and you're 100 times better than what you were.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. But, man, to watch them both when, I think it was the last one that they did, where Bita stayed with him the entire time. Like, dude, that shit was insane, bro. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with my kids? They got problems. But, you know what I mean? Like, it was the hustle, and it was super, like, I was very proud and honored to be able to say that these kids, both of them, were dedicated enough to put in that amount of time.
Fuck yeah.
Like, it is not easy. And it's not, and at 7 a.m., 9 a.m. the next day, still putting out quality tattoos, it's crazy to me. Crazy.
Hey.
And it doesn't happen often. Twice a year, maybe.
Yeah.
Which is cool. It's an exclusive cool thing.
Oh,
That's how, like,
fun.
we see it.
Super
But
fun.
I would do it every month.
Yeah.
I would legit want to do it every month.
Yeah. No, but I definitely know that I have to come in, and I need to be more of a part of it, because I'm like, for a while I was like, this is fucking goofy. What are you doing? Why? But I do understand. I do know that I have to be here and support them and what they're doing, and
Everybody wins.
I definitely now know, especially after the reflecting on it. You know,
For sure.
I definitely know that it's dope for everyone. It works out for everybody.
If I could do small tattoos for the rest of my career, I will do that.
Dang, my next one's going to be my sleeve and shit. That's not small. Fuck.
I don't know. It's just I enjoy it. It's fun.
So does that mean go ahead.
By the way, they're super hard. They're not fucking easy. I don't do them. I don't participate in these 2x2s because they're not easy. I do not like doing something that difficult. Very, very thin lines, very, very like fine line black and gray is not easy. And if they do it well, shit, let them fucking do it.
Sure.
I'm sure I can.
Yeah.
It's just gonna take me a little bit longer to get settled in. And I'd rather do some real bold lettering.
The big scale pieces. Yeah. Like the one you put out at the show? Shit. That one on that girl's leg? That went so hard. That was dope. Did you enter that one in a contest?
No. Oh, well, we did. That one didn't win. We only entered it into Best of Show, but it didn't win Best of Show. We entered the other piece that we did. Me and the same artist did a collab on her upper back. Well, it was like the whole left side of her back. And she won first place, I don't know, whatever, some category. They have 100 categories. I don't know. But it won first place for
Dope.
something. Yeah, it was cool.
Fuck yeah.
She's super dedicated client. The artist that I collabed with is fucking talented as fuck. Super good color artist. And but when you merge black and gray and color, man, this is best of both worlds.
Hell yeah.
Super dope.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Black and gray, color, and lettering.
Yeah.
Damn. You had all three.
Yeah, it was sick.
Yeah, it was. I mean, when I walked by, even I caught that shit like, damn. So when I came over to you, he's like, oh yeah, he's fucking killing that shit. Yeah. All right. So in your black and gray family, do you guys get tattooed by everybody, and do they tattoo you guys?
Like other artists, or
Yeah.
like he tattoos me?
Both, all of it.
Other artists, yes. He doesn't tattoo me. Nah, yeah. I've got a bunch of pieces. Yeah, for the most part.
Did you get everybody? Have you hit every artist that you guys fuck with under the brand yet?
No. Nothing
Is that a goal for you?
No.
Get at least something from everybody, and vice versa.
Not for me. I think I want to collect certain things from certain people.
Yeah, that's dope.
And I have a list. I had a list. I checked off all the artists that I wanted to, and as I continue to meet and understand people more, I want to get new pieces.
Nice.
I don't have too much more free room.
Yeah, that's the fucking problem. Yeah, you run out of space.
I don't get tattooed.
Yeah.
It's been 20 years since I've had my last tattoo.
Why?
So, because they hurt.
What the fuck? Yeah, they do. Listen, don't let nobody tell you. Besides Alex, who doesn't think they hurt. Don't let anybody tell you they don't. That shit sucks.
Fuck that. I've been getting tattooed since I was 14. I think I got my first tattoo. I did it myself. And like the process is like just sucks.
Yeah.
Like it just sucks. And maybe I just didn't at the time I didn't understand what like good tattooing was. I was getting tattooed by like random people, and maybe now it's different, especially with like the new like technology and the new things that are going on with supplies and equipment and needles and shit. Maybe the process is different, but actually I know the process is different because I know that they're friends of mine. They're not just some random fucking dude at a shop.
Yeah.
Which was like what it was back in the 90s or the early 2000s. So now I feel like I have to be getting tattooed because I know so many, like, again, I told you, it's like the best in the world. Like some of the best tattooers in the world are friends of mine.
Yeah.
Why am I not getting tattooed? I don't fucking know. And I'm sure I'm going to regret it eventually. So one of these days, these guys are going to have to be tattooing me, and, you know, I don't know. I'm going to have to start getting tattooed soon.
Yeah.
Super soon. Like, soon.
The pain is one thing, but I think it's a rite of passage.
It is. Definitely is.
Like the numbing cream shit, like I don't know what you guys think about it.
About that life.
I fucking hate it.
I'm not about that life.
Because it's like, man, you didn't earn that shit.
Nah, yeah.
Like I got all my stomach and everything. I had to earn that shit.
You
That
have
sucked.
to. No, I don't allow people to get tattooed with using numbing cream, and I personally wouldn't use numbing cream. But if you ask a tattooer who's been tattooed for the majority of their life, they're gonna be like, I'm gonna use any fucking thing possible to get through this session. But I've been neglecting it for so long that I don't feel like I deserve to be able to use numbing cream. So if I ever get tattooed again, whenever that happens, I told my boys that they have to be the first ones to tattoo me. If I ever get tattooed again, they're gonna be the ones. So I'm probably gonna get tattooed here pretty soon. And then I can continue my journey on that, and that's gonna be pretty fucking intense.
Dang.
Yeah, but your mom,
that seems like
she wants tattoos though, so you're gonna have to tattoo her pretty soon.
Seems like a family thing you should do. Just my thought.
Yeah. I wish.
How does this would be a question for both of you. How does your wife feel about the kids being in the business? We heard your perspective. What do you think? She like it, supportive?
How she feels. I don't know. I think she enjoys to see it.
For sure.
To see us three doing it.
Yeah, it's got to be pretty gratifying.
But I don't
to have the family together doing their thing.
I don't think I've ever asked.
Where's she at? Alex, we got to get her in next time. We got to get the wife's perspective. Because we're just sitting here talking shit. Like, dang, there might be a whole other... Well, it's evolved into this. It'd be cool to...
I know she hates that I don't have insurance. So
don't send me down that rabbit hole. Small business insurance, man, is fucked. Yeah, it's very... So those are the things in small business people don't understand. Like the benefits, it's fucking crazy. And if you make any kind of money, you're priced out of anything competitive, 100%. And we get that.
I don't know how she feels. I never really asked her. I think, I don't... Yeah, bro, I probably never... We live.
For sure.
We live day to day, and we live this life. This is our life.
Yeah.
We don't... It's hard to, like, reflect on things, but we do when we can. I don't think I've ever asked her how she felt about the kids tattooing. Lito's point for sure, just stability and insurance and being sure that they're taken care of. You know, he's got kids, and now he has a wife and families, and you know, multiple kids that he's now responsible for. So we obviously want stability for them and to make sure that they're all taken care of, that type of stuff. And I'm sure she would feel the same way. For sure. The same. You know, he's now 20. How old is he? 26. He's off of our insurance now, so like that type of stuff is important. But as far as like tattooing as a profession, I can't imagine she wouldn't like it. Like I love that my kids are tattooers,
and that you guys are together. That as a parent,
I don't know if I said this in the last one, but when you said that we're together, he has a joke that I was never there when they were little, but it's a joke because I was literally there for fucking everything when they were little. But only because I worked a lot. I worked
So did my
in the
dad.
office 9 to 5, doing my full-time web design career, and I would tattoo at night. But I made it. I trained soccer. I was a trainer while my kids were young. He could never deny that I was that dad. You know what I mean? I was that fucking coach with the hat and the shorts at the soccer field. Like I was that guy. You know what I mean? But to have the time now as tattooers when they're both with me, like side by side in my shop for a full day session, is an incredible feeling, right? I'm gaining back so much time that I lost when they were young.
Totally.
And that I'm going to say lost because the time that I spent tattooing at night could have been for them either doing homework or fucking playing in the backyard or whatever it was when they were little. So I do feel like I'm gaining that much time back, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because I see it the same way for me.
So I do feel that. But I wasn't like an absentee dad. I was literally there for fucking everything. So
Yeah, stop fucking around. It's a serious subject. And it's allowed you now. Whatever it was, sacrifice, for sure, we all did. My dad did too. Brought us here though, which now is 100 times better. And that time is all back.
Yeah. Even now, my clients will ask me, or they won't know that he's my dad. Just sitting like us. In the
You
room
just don't tell
working.
them. You don't want nobody to know.
Oh, they'll find out like later in the session.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, "Oh, that's your dad?" I was like, "Yeah." They go, "That was like you just worked here." I thought that was like your brother or something.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. It's like no. No, it's just how the relationship is here. You know, it's smooth.
It is. Seems to work out pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, probably close to 2 hours in now. So we'll wrap up this one here. And there's going to have to be a part 2 now with the wives. So it could be all 3 if you want. But it would be actually awesome. And yeah. Besides the technical difficulty, which will be fixed tonight, we'll get the wives on for sure and set it up and really have a cool get down session. So there'll have to be a part 2.
My mom's gonna say no.
she's gonna cry.
That's okay.
She didn't want to wear a mask.
She's gonna cry her fucking eyes out. I'm telling you right now.
Perfect. But that's where you get the authenticity from. And it is cool to hear, from other people, to see how they see it. And it's different for everybody, even though they're close in proximity. That maybe she never got to say it out loud or something.
I don't think she has.
Yeah, which is...
Yeah, I think it'd be good for her.
Yeah, it'd be really cool. I would love to do that. Because she's been on a couple. She's not... Me and you will do these kind of things.
Yeah.
But when she comes on, it just brings a different dynamic.
Yeah, she gave the 15-second little speech at the dinner this last convention, bawling out of control. And then I bawled, and then that's why you fucking see the videos, and that was her fault.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to hear her perspective, because I'm sure she's had a different life, and even you got to be crazy to do the things that he's doing.
100%.
Like literally bringing 10 faces to their dinner table. Like that's crazy.
Yep.
That's not, and she's accepting of it. And she's cooking for these people. She's spending time with these people.
Yep.
They all see the realness in it. So I could only imagine.
And from the beginning till now.
Yeah.
That whole perspective, people coming to the house early on to get tattooed.
Yeah.
All the way now to the kids here in this shop.
Yeah,
Traveling everywhere.
I don't know how my mom feels about this.
Does she travel with you when you travel?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes, I mean, she works she works for the school district, so she'll travel with me when she can. When she has like vacation time, stuff like that. So she'll pick and choose where she comes. She's definitely gonna go to Barcelona with me every fucking time I go because we love that city.
Nice.
We've been to Paris a few times. She's been to Paris a few times, to Milan a few times, to Rome a few times. So she'll go where she wants. But now that she's been accustomed to what we're doing, now she has more time available. So now she's going to come with me to like more places. So yeah, just because she has a job and because she has vacation time, she has to manage that accordingly. So.
Is she off in the summer though then?
No, she works in the summer.
Oh.
Yeah. But and she's not even trying to come to me. She's come to like cities in the States. She's like, what the fuck I want to go to Columbus for?
Sure.
Why do I what do I want to do in like fucking Arizona, Phoenix? No, I want to fucking go to like Europe or something. So she'll pick and choose where she can come. Yeah.
It's even comforting for people like that aren't from here to see that she'll be there with them, you know.
Totally.
And that we even have like female artists that, you know, love and respect her, and the relationships that she also gets out of it. Like she's got friends in Italy. There's people have girlfriends and wives, and she's got friends in the different states. Like she gets, you know, there's benefits for her too. So
That's dope. Yeah, it'd be really cool to hear that.
Relationships, real family shit.
That's what this all is, for sure. That's why I'm happy to do this today. So, well, I appreciate you guys and your time, of course. And in the beginning, our technical difficulties, but that's what comes with this shit. So, for everybody else watching, appreciate you, whoever stuck by on the live. And then if you're watching online, I'll tag everything below as well. YouTube, Spotify, all that stuff. So, again, shout out Angel and Lito, Black and Gray Studio here in Gurnee. Check them out. You probably already followed them because they're fucking dope. So even if I don't shout them out, you've probably seen their work. But appreciate you guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. Thank you again for coming. Thank you again for coming on Sunday at the convention. For the artists that were at the convention, this is the guy, Alex is back there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here at the shop and always supporting what we do.
Fuck yeah.
I know you got tattooed by me years ago, many years ago, but now you're getting many more tattoos by Lito, and that just shows the growth of like what he's doing, and I appreciate that, and you understanding that growth. So thanks for being here and doing this for sure. And Black and Gray, fucking, we'll tag him, we'll tag the podcast, we'll tag the YouTube, and make sure that you guys can see this whole thing over again.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Until next time, until part 2. Out.
peace, love, and positivity.
Hey, all day.
Oh, without Angel, where would the love be?
Hey, oh, okay. Appreciate that. Yeah, that was dope.